All right, so there's just been one thing that's been just driving me crazy. I'm thinking about playing some Warzone, testing out this computer. Right, I grab an Alienware. Been using this to study college or to do my college work, whatever. And so I go up to GameStop, and I didn't want to use the controller I had because it had a wired connection, right? And if you got a wired connection, you're gonna have a slower input latent or a higher input latency, right? Which means it's slower. And so I bring this up, and the guy at GameStop actually tells me that they're selling a lot of these controllers with wires because they're faster. And I'm like, they have a faster connection? Is that what you're telling me? Like, you really buy that? And he's like, yeah, look at the box. It says performance on it. I'm like, like really? Like, hold on. People aren't just buying it. Like, companies are actually advertising it. And I'm like, no, there's no way. Like, look, I'm not gonna lie. When it comes to headphones, look, that my Astros are wired, right? So there's a lot more data that has to be transferred. And so when it comes to a huge amount, inputting something from a controller like versus a headset, like when you input it, like I press A, right, it inputs that and then sends one signal to my computer, and my computer receives it. It's a lot less data, and it can do it a lot faster. This is a latency issue, right? Your speed equals distance divided by time. And so if you think about that, like, megabytes per second is not a speed. Like, you got 1,000 megabytes per second from your internet service provider, great. I can have 1 megabyte per second and have a million times faster connection than you, because speed is not going to be determined by what would be equivalent to weight. If you look at data, right, how much data, right, how much goes into a hard drive. And so, not to get too technical and geeky, I'm gonna be setting this up and trying to see if I can grab 240 frames off of this, just because I want to push that to the limit. And I'm gonna be doing a couple of little geeky things while I'm doing it. If y'all need some support or whatever, let me know in the comments below. I'm trying to find maybe like one or two YouTube videos to make while I'm taking this little break from college and building, remodeling my house or whatever. And so yeah, let me know. And if I don't get like your specific video, like it's specific to your problem, right? Let me know in the comments below. If you're willing to spend some money, because my time is definitely not free. But if you and it ain't, I won't charge you too much. Like, just here's the deal: collaborate at sbd.how, right? Collaborate at sbd.how. Send me an email, and we'll do a Google Meet. If you tip me in advance, I will hook you up fab to my activating your redundant cores to double the CPU processing power capabilities, as well as like I can activate or add a whole bunch of paging file, right? Like VRAM, virtual RAM, but like on a solid state drive if you have one, preferably. Hard drive, I wouldn't even do it to. I can also unlock your GPU to where you can, play and stream at the same time, and like, maybe see like a 10% reduction versus like the 100%, 50% reduction in your performance that it usually will give you if you don't have like, like a super nice GPU. Because what happens is they have threads, right? And so just think of the threads as cables, right? And so it's like you have actually four threads on most NVIDIA GPUs, and what they do is they limit those down to one, so you can just play your game or whatever. But if you want to do multiple things, you have to buy like a Quadro or like a business grade NVIDIA. But instead of making multiple different parts, they just make the same parts and put them in the like your consumer grade and the business grade are putting the same parts in there and just using the software to limit that. And so I got a video on it, and I can drop the link if you guys want it, or I can just do it, right the first time. So it's up to you guys. Let me know in the comments below, and I hope y'all have a great day. I'm out.